Minister's time has concluded. The member for McMahon.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Treasurer. I refer to statements made today by industry groups that the government's proposed divestiture powers represent deep and genuine sovereign risk, will discourage badly needed investment in the energy sector and will only lead to increased investment uncertainty and prices. Isn't the government's big stick really just a big mistake that will lead to sovereign risk and higher power prices? Why has this Liberal government abandoned its policy commitment to free enterprise?
The Treasurer has the call.
Well, Mr Speaker, the member for McMahon has a short memory, because the last time the Labor Party was in government at a federal level, power prices doubled, Mr Speaker. Went up by over 100%, Mr Speaker. And they ignored the warnings on gas, and as the member for Hume knows, they left us with potential shortfalls in the domestic gas market, Mr Speaker. And now they're coming up with the pink batteries to solve the energy issues, Mr Speaker. And what about a replication nationally of what we saw in South Australia, the big experiment in South Australia, Mr Speaker? Now, when it comes to the coalition, 458,000 Australian families and 39,000 small businesses are today getting a better deal on their energy prices thanks to the work of the Morrison government, Mr Speaker, because we're putting energy users, consumers, businesses and families first, whereas the Labor Party is siding with the energy companies, Mr Speaker. And the fact is, there is market misconduct. There is market misconduct, and we have to take the necessary action. So there will be a range of remedies that are available. They range from a warning notice, Mr Speaker, to enforceable undertakings, to financial penalties and fines, and finally, as a last resort, to divestment, Mr Speaker. These are the steps that need to be taken to ensure that energy consumers get the lowest possible prices, Mr Speaker. And if I was the member for McMahon, rather than out there throwing his big stick at big business with the IR and tax policies, I'd be worrying about the 3,000 retirees in his electorate who are going to be worse off, and the 7,000 families who negative gear, all of whom will be worse off in the member for McMahon's electorate as a result of Labor's policy.